Yo, 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 it's Mark Stero. Eat. What do you mean? Hmm. Exactly. Exactly. Doesn't make us better. That's very true. But someone had a fucking brain. Hey Virgo, how you doing? I'm doing good. All's good in the hood. What you up to this Friday night? Sometimes I didn't even realize it was Friday. Oh, you gotta work in the morning. Cool. I didn't do much today. I kind of just stayed home, washed all my clothes, washed my dishes, prepared dinner. I went swimming. I have like when it's the full moon, I don't really try to work or do anything crazy because it's like a last super full moon of the year. It's in Aries too, so I'm like, yeah, I'm not trying to do nothing and then it backfire on me. I did little things here and there, pretty much, and that's about it. Been watching the weather like a hawk because there's like two tropical storms coming towards our way, but they might come close or they might not, but they're actually dying on their way here, so it's not going to be like a serious thing. But they might not be even coming this way, but they look like they might. Still hurricane season for another month, so I'm still on the lookout, still on the making sure nothing comes this way so I can get prepared. But we're good. The latest news is it's 500 miles away from us, so it's gonna be fine. As long as it stays 500 miles away, then we're good. We're not gonna feel any effects. Yeah, it's still scary. That's why I keep looking. That's why I keep checking. That's why I always look at the news. Like my TV's on the Weather Channel like 24/7, especially around this time, because my life revolves around the weather and what it does outside, whether or not I can work outside, whether or not I can. I have to make sure, I'm not going to do something and the rain comes, or some things I have to beat the rain in order to get to do things. So I'm always got to check the weather. Right now in New York, it's like flooded out there. It's ridiculous. I feel sorry for everybody living in New York. It's like completely flooded. I'm like, holy shit. This year is like a year where it's like pure rain. We had pure rain here for months. Now we ain't had nothing. The last month it hasn't rained at all, like nothing serious. But the beginning of this year, from like January till maybe July, it rained like nonstop every week, every other day, couple days consecutive. And like now it's like hot as fucks, no rain, everything is dry. It's so weird. And now like we get the hurricanes. Even the last hurricane we got didn't even bring us any rain. It was just nothing but nonstop wind and a beat down and hardly any rain. It was so weird. But yeah, everywhere it's a lot of people saying they're getting rain. And all my friends in Boston are like, holy shit, Mark, it's raining like cats and dogs out here. I'm like, fuck, thank God I'm not out there now. I usually go like Boston at the end of October, early November. So I was like, look, as long as I come, the weather's good, I'm happy. I want to go to Boston, but I don't know when. I have to see first. I'm still waiting on a few things. Looks like next month I'll know exactly. Maybe next week I'll know for sure if I'm good. But like it's a pain in the ass. Yeah, I'm waiting it out. I'm trying to like make sure everybody's settled in, got everybody's cool, and I can go in peace. When I travel, I want to make sure like my family's okay before I leave. And when I travel, I don't go for too long. I don't like to go for like more than a week, maybe 5 days at the most. I don't like to travel too long or stay away from home too long. Plus, it's too expensive to be staying out there for all that time in a hotel or it's different when you're rich. You can go whenever you want, do whatever you want. But I ain't fucking rich, you know. And I even if I was, I can't justify staying at a hotel for like $300 to $500 a night. And what the fuck you giving me? You ain't feeding me. But just for me to sleep in a damn bed? I'd rather go to Walmart and buy $100 tent and sleep on the side of the road or at a park or something. You ain't giving me no food. Or bullshit breakfast in the morning. Or a hot cup of coffee and some fucking bullshit cereal or a waffle or something or a muffin. You better be feeding me 3 times a day if you're charging me $500 a night. That's how I look at it. I think it's ridiculous the amount of money they charge for a hotel just for one night. Like the more nights you stay, the less it should be. That's just my opinion. You know, that hotel has been paid for. Why the fuck you like trying to kill people's pockets? It's crazy. I remember like back in 2008, we were going to like these hotels, the same ones I go to now, and they were nothing like they were like cheap to stay at. Now it's like triple the price. And I'm going by myself. Like I want when I go away, I don't want to go around with nobody. I don't want to be with like a whole pile of people. I used to share a room with one of my best friends when we used to go. And it used to be cheaper, you know, half the price. But now I'm going by myself these few years. I'm like, holy shit, man, I don't even spend all that money. That's why I don't go for too long. And I don't like staying at shitty hotels because people do what the fuck they like, and then you will never get no sleep because people make all this damn noise the whole time. And usually when I go away, it's on the weekend, so it's worse. Yeah, food's going up, and then you gotta catch a Uber everywhere, or a taxi, or rent a car. That's even more money. It's like, what the fuck? Hell, no. Uh-uh. That's why it don't even make sense. Then you gotta shop. Then you gotta pay for the basketball ticket and everything else. Like I went and priced some tickets yesterday for the game, and there's nothing less than $500 for a decent seat. So I'm gonna pay $500 to watch a game that's 2.5 to 3 hours long, and all I'm doing is sitting in a chair and watching a game that I can watch on TV for free. So it's like it's kind of discouraging now that the prices are going up so much. It's like it don't even make sense going. That's why I haven't been away, you know, since May when they said they you can travel without a vaccine. Everybody thought I was gonna go away like and be like, yes, finally, I can go away without a vaccine. No, I'm not going away because I'm not spending all that unnecessary money. That's too much fucking money. If you go away for 5 days, you stay at a hotel, watch a game, eat food, and shop, and traveling costs, and your plane ticket. That's like fucking $3, $4 thousand going down the drain. Just in five, I don't even make that much in a week. I don't make 4 grand a week. I wish. If that was the case, I'd be away every other week or every other month. Fuck. Fuck you think this is? So like spending 4 grand for like a week, that's a lot to me. You know, that's fucking crazy. Yeah, I know it'd be nice. But not in this lifetime, not for me. I mean maybe one day sometime. I could make that much if I wanted to, but I don't feel like busting my ass and doing all that type of work just to make all that money. For what? My age and my life right now, I bust my ass my whole life to get where I am. Now I just want to like work when I want. I want to work when I want, how I want, when I want, and if I feel like it, I'll work. Or when I get called to work, I'll do it, and that's it. I'm not gonna kill myself no more. Fuck that. In 2021 and 2022, last year, I pretty much like destroyed my body working, busting my ass 24/7, every day, all day doing these bullshit jobs just to make money. I mean, I'm glad I did it because now I can like relax a bit. This year, I didn't really have to work that much because I had enough money and I had enough work, and I like worked, so much that I didn't even have to do that much. I'm still working, obviously, but this year I haven't worked that much because I don't fucking feel like it. Yeah, well, that's the thing. You have to work, you have to make money, you have to pay your bills. So that's why I really bust my ass the last 2 years so I can like relax this year and like catch myself. And like it worked for a little while, but then I have those weeks where like everybody needs me and I have to go to work, and it's like fuck, man, I don't feel like it, man. I'm actually like just at a point where I want to work and I want to do something different. I'm sick and tired of doing the same shit over. I get bored quick, see. So I've been on my own for 16 years now, and it's like I feel like I want to do something different, or I might like do this full time because it's less strain on my body and it's easy to me. It's something that I know I should be doing more of. Yeah, I mean, I have figured it out, but it's like I don't really want to be a full time psychic because then you got to deal with pure people's bullshit, and it's gonna remind me of my past. It's gonna remind me of how stupid people are, and I don't want to listen to like people telling me that their boyfriend cheated on them because that shit pisses me off. Like I get kind of upset, listening to that shit and reading it because I really want to like beat the shit out of the person for doing that. You know what I'm saying? But I've learned to get my emotions out of it. It's just that I don't want to listen to that shit all day because it's annoying. Like it makes me mad to know that 5 out of 10 people that come to me today, their boyfriends or their girlfriends cheated on them, or they want to find out when they're gonna find somebody. That's my fucking question too. Has been my question for years. But when depends on you. You can find somebody right now. Go to the bar. Open your legs. You'll be fine. That's what you want. But if you don't want that, you're in a long, you're in the long haul. You're on a long list, and you might not be on that list because out of billions and billions of people in the world, not everybody's gonna find somebody in this lifetime. And I think people have to understand that it might not be your time. I've learned to accept the fact that I'd rather be single than be in a relationship with a piece of shit or a dirty asshole or a person who just wants to get pregnant and want me to pay their way, and leave me and have me pay child support so they can live their life perfectly fine while I gotta go bust my ass or I'll get locked up if I don't pay child support. So as a man, and I don't want nobody to take it, disrespectfully, but as a man, it's fucked up because you're the one who has to pink up money for your child that you made with somebody just because they buried it and they're a woman. You gotta pay for them. What about them? You should be paying for me too. I made the damn kid. If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have him. So I'll give you money for the kid or whatever, but I ain't giving you shit. Especially if you cheated on me or something like that. Fuck you. The system's wrong, the system's like really bad. But there is cases where that guy deserves to pay because you're a dickhead and you disrespected your children's mom and your children. So you deserve your karma should be paying for them for the rest of your life. I agree 100%. But like, if the woman cheats and she has to like use your money so for her cheating ass, and you're paying for her and her new fucking dick, that's bullshit. That should not be allowed. That should not be the case. You know, and it's sad for the children. It really is. I've seen it happen a lot lately, and I've read it a lot. And it's like being a psychic is not easy. But you have to read those situations, like, and that stuff there like really aggravates me. But I learned how to separate it, you know. But it's still annoying, you know. When I see beautiful women come in here that have been cheated on and they have to raise their children, by themselves and have to defend themselves and for their kids, like that hurts my heart to know that, this fool left you for somebody else or don't even want to take care of their kids. Like that shit fucking irritates me. Because here I am, the guy that would love to be in that position, and I'm not. But see, that's the way the world is. Like it's a test to see if you can really endure it. If you really are going to be that person who deals with that in this lifetime. But thank God I saw it early in my life with my friends and my family and everything. So, like, for me to be in a position to be married and to have kids, it's going to take a lot because I know how people are. I know how vindictive a man and a woman can be, or a human being, I might as well say. Because as a man, I'm always going to say a woman because that's what I want. But that's not always the case. Like sometimes it is the woman that's bad and sometimes it's the man. It's a 50-50 thing. I don't think there's more than each other because I know a lot of cases where it's the same. But there is obviously, because the woman's always going to blame the man anyway, and then the man's always going to blame the woman. So, but like I always say, I think that it's your fault for allowing it to happen. And that's why I'm not going to be blamed no more for letting some dumb bitch come in my life and ruin it. Virgo, you want a message, sweetheart, before you get phone slapped and go to sleep? I do try to sympathize with some people, but you know what? It is our fault for allowing a piece of shit person to keep taking advantage of us, thinking that they're going to change is not going to happen. It really isn't. And sometimes it's going to take you a long time to realize it, and it's going to be too fucking late. And then you're going to be, you know what? Now I got to do it. Oh, I'm sure you did. You always do. See, my voice just makes you, soothing, relaxes you, and then you just go to sleep. We're like, oh God, Mark's talking again. He's going to put me to sleep. That's probably the 100th live that you've slept. Don't worry, you're not the only one. I had someone tell me like last week, oh, I'm so sorry, Mark. I hope you didn't call my name for a message. I'm like, yeah, I did, but you were gone. No, I fell asleep. I was like, oh, well, that's okay. Just go back and I gave it to you anyway. I always tell people, yeah, just check the video again. You'll see I called your name. I gave you a message, even though you were asleep. Oh, you did? Oh, shit, I missed it. I got to check it out. Oh, okay, I have to check it out. I always look at your posts anyway. You're one of the few people that I don't unfollow for posting, every day. Because you're not annoying like everybody else. Some people post annoying ass shit. I have another friend, like, she's a psychic as well, and she posts up every day. But her posts are funny as fuck. It's always like about like narcissistic people, stupid people, like, animals or like, psychic stuff. So I like all that shit. But people who post random bullshit, like, I'm like, I ain't looking at this shit. Unfollow or snooze your ass for like 30 days. Oh, I'm sure. Some people I just unfollow because I can't take it. They just take up my whole feed. I'm like, you ain't got nothing else better to do than post every 5 fucking minutes? Like, if you post like pure shit and it takes up my feed, I'm like, oh hell no. I ain't doing that. So would you like a message on Virgo? I'm gonna use my red marking mark card, see it like it matches my outfit. I haven't used these in a while. I know, right? I saw that shit the other day. I saw a narcissist put up a narcissist post. I'm like, wait, why'd you put this? I felt like saying, why'd you put this up if you are the person that you're talking about? You're talking about yourself? Oh shit, I was laughing. I'm like, oh boy. Today I found a good one. I posted up on my Instagram. It says something about if you don't like me, I don't give a fuck, you're still behind me or something like that. And then I found another one that says behavior defines character. And I'm like, ain't that true? Yeah, exactly. All right. Who can be trusted can be loved. Absolutely. Spend time with your family and friends that are important to you. And what goes around comes around. Ain't that true? Ain't that true? So there you go, Virgo. Yeah, it is. It is good messages. It's good. I felt like it was talking to me too. Yeah, and that's good plans. That's good plans. Did you, when you grew up, right? When you were growing up, like when you were like 5, 6, was there like a waterfall around you that you went to, or a place that had a waterfall that you used to go to and get water from, or like were you just to like it? Oh, nice. Legoland. Yeah, rivers. Yeah. Yeah. Rivers. Well, that makes sense. It's like I see like your brother by like a waterfall or river type place, like a place with water. Yeah. Okay, well that makes sense. Just when you said that, that's what it is then. So it must be rivers. I see like water flowing very really like I see it flowing and I see like a lot of like pine trees and greenery and like this grass and like I can see like a guy there, like your brother, the guy that I tapped into that time. I can see him there. So he must be hanging out by that place where the river is. Cause he went like this and like but he's pointing and it's like water coming down. Hmm. He always said that sometimes, but he was stabbed near a pool surrounded by palm trees. Oh, okay. Shit, I forgot about that. Hmm. Pool surrounded- Yeah, I think you did. I think you did show me a picture of him. Or I don't know if it was you or not, but I can't remember. But like I see the guy there. I'll tell you the guy that I see, he's got black hair, right? And he's got like a mustache and his face is kind of chubby. That's the guy I see. I don't know if it's your brother or not. Yeah. I've seen the guy before. That's what I'm saying. When I saw him, I was like, fuck, I know this guy. Yeah, yeah, I knew. That's what I'm saying. I know I weren't wrong. I know I weren't seeing shit. When I was shuffling your cars, I kind of paused and I was like, wait a minute, this is her brother. Like, and he's next to like a waterfall or like a river or something. Like, it looks like a waterfall to me. Like, you know how you have like rivers, but the water like flows into the river from the mountain type thing. Like, that's what it looks like to me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no problem. I like your brother. He's cool. He doesn't bother me. He's just like this. He's like pointing like this. He's like see me? Like see the curtains right here? It looks like water coming down. He's pointing to it. And he's like, yeah, I'm here. And I'm like, all right, bro, have fun. But he's like, he's pointing at the water. So that's why I asked if like where you grew up or where you anything to do with rivers or water or something like that or waterfalls. Like he's at a place like that. Because when I go to Portugal and stuff, they always got like you drive like across the road and like there's mountains and it's like waterfalls like all over the place flowing into like a river and stuff. It's pretty cool. So maybe he's hanging out at a place like that. That's why I asked because it looks like he sees children like I see children around like playing. So like maybe he was trying to tell me that you guys were young when you went to these places where it had waterfalls and rivers or water or something like that. Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's got like all I see is the water flowing. Like I said, I see some green trees. Excuse me. I see like the green trees and I see like an open area. Mm. Like he says he's always around. It looks like he hangs out with like your son. Whoever is your tallest son, he's around. I know they're not like tall, but like he's around it. He's showing me like the heights like this, and then he says he's focused on the taller one. It must be the older one, I guess. I don't know. Might have some resemblance of him or reminds him of him. I don't know. I can't really like hear what he's saying, but he's like pointing. You know, he's like, uh, uh. I'm like, all right, bro. I think I know what you're saying. I don't know. I remember I told you one time that he was watching you guys. He was watching the kids play sports or something like that, or baseball or some shit. He was on like the benches. I remember that shit. Now that I'm thinking about it, I remember like I used to see him like watching the games, but he doesn't show me that now. But I remember I saw him once before watching the games with you guys. He was like on the bleachers or he was in the bench. He was in the bench watching the game. Like he really like adores your kids. He's always around. He says he's around the kids. Like if he has more nephews and nieces from your other sisters or siblings, like I think he like embraces all of them or tries to help all of them. But there's something to do with like the tallest kid you have, he's around that person. Like he has his hand on their head and he's like patting them and saying, "Yeah, you like good boy" type of thing, like he likes what he's doing right now or something like that. Um, but yeah, he's around, so that's cool. Honestly, like my visions of spirit lately have been insane. I've been dreaming so much crazy shit. Like when I wake up, I'm like, what the fuck did I just dream? What the hell is this shit? And it's the full moon, like, so the energy's crazy. But lately, like I've been seeing a lot of spiritual things and like mediumship vibes. Yeah, it is, yeah. But I'll tell you, like from experience, a lot of spirit, they hang around children because they don't hang around adults too much because they don't approve of what the adults do. So if they're not like approving what you're doing, then they just go to the children because the children have, like an excuse not to be doing something that you shouldn't be doing. Like whereas the children are like, they cater to them more for some reason. Well, that is the reason because the adults are fucking stupid and doing dumb shit, so they don't want to, do anything for them. They rather take care of the children, make sure they're okay because you're delusional, you're stupid or something, or they just take care of them because that's their family, you know. But I know some spirit that's told me, look, I take care of these damn kids because this person is whatever, drunk or drugs or this and that. So they'll pretty much tell me, or they're upset with that person and will say something. Like, I'm upset with them, so I'm taking care of their children in a spiritual sense. Yeah, it does make sense. Yeah, I mean, like I said, some people can handle the emotional full moon energy and handle life, but some people like you just have to like try and bring them down to a level where just tell them stop being so negative or stop worrying so fucking much. Like be positive and let's look at all the positive things that you have in your life. I try and tell people that every day, but they don't listen. Like, a lot of people just don't. They think, "Oh, why me? You know, why is this happening to me? I don't do anything wrong." But I tell them, you know what? Because you don't do anything wrong in your eyes, or you're a good person, don't you understand that because you're good, evil wants to get to you? Bad, the devil wants to poke you. When you're doing good, there's always bad there, right, ready to take your soul and take your mind and take your energy. That's why you got to keep staying on a positive level and keep staying on a level where you have a list in your mind and you say, "Hey, look, I have a place to stay. I have transportation. I have a job. I have money in my account. I have food on my table. I'm not retarded. I'm not got cancer. I don't have diabetes. I'm not in the hospital. I'm not fucking, suffering from epilepsy attacks and shit like that." You gotta fucking tell yourself that. Like people just don't understand how lucky you are not to be in, or I'm not deaf, I'm not blind, you know? Imagine being all those things I just mentioned, but you're not, and you're still here complaining about your fucking life. Are you kidding me? That's why like my outlook on life is a lot different from a lot of people because I always say like, thank God that's not me. Thank God I don't have that fucking problem. Like, thank God I'm not blind or I'm not deaf or I can't see, I can't do this or I can't do that or I'm missing an arm or, all that shit, man. You got to be grateful that you're not in that situation. Like people just don't understand how blessed you are to just have a normal life. Who cares if your car broke down or you're constipated today? Like, really? Man, fucking no, stop worrying about that shit, man. Like, you could be worse. But some people don't get it. They just like to complain. Yeah, exactly. They do. And that's why I can't handle that. Like, sometimes I gotta put people in their place and say to them, look, you claim you got a fucked up life. You don't. Oh, you don't know what it's like because you're not a dad and you're not a this and you're not married. And I tell them, look, don't try and offend me because that don't offend me. I'm lucky not to be a dad and lucky not to be married to some fucking idiot that takes my kid and destroys my life or whatever. I'm not gonna just marry some fool and to have a child with some dirty hoe or some woman that doesn't even know how to take care of a child. You think I want that life? No, I'm smart enough to make my choices and make the right choices. How is your life, by the way? That's what I tell them. How is your life, by the way? And they leave, they walk away. You can't tell me you got a perfect life. No one can. So who the fuck are you to judge me? What do you mean I don't know? How the fuck you know I don't know? I raised 6 of my nephews for the past 21 years. I got 6 nephews and I've taught them shit. I've played with them. I fucking bathed some of them. I gave them milk, changed their diapers, fed them, clothed them. What the fuck you talking about? You people don't know who you're talking to. That's like telling a teacher that's single with no kids that she don't know how to deal with kids, but she teaches 20, 30 students a day for 20 years. Are you listening to yourself? Isn't a teacher with your children more than you're with your children? You see what I'm saying? Like, people just don't get it. And that's why I get mad, like, because I try not to anymore because people are just delusional and stupid and living, la la land. But, people really don't get it. They rather complain that, you know, their boyfriend didn't get them or their girlfriend didn't get them a gift or didn't get them too much gifts for their birthday or, they haven't had sex in 2 weeks. Like, are you serious? Then people wonder why I say what I say. Yeah, La La Land. That's where they live. In La La Land. That's a saying from our generation, That's why we say that. I don't know, Virgo. I honestly I try to stay sane and try to stay positive as much as I can and try not to listen to people's bullshit. And, I try to talk sense into people all the time. And let me tell you, I'm not perfect. I never will be, never have been. But I have common sense enough to lead someone in the right direction and not go in the same direction I did. Or I now say to myself and have said to myself for years now, you're doing the wrong thing. You got to do the right thing. You know? Like, come on now. Like, there's more to life than complaining about bullshit all day. Hey, Ninja, how you doing? I don't know. I just don't get how people complain about stupid shit all the time. I know everybody complains. I complain about people all the time. That's all I complain about is people. I complain about people. I'm a complainer too. I complain about stupid people, their stupid ways, the stupid things they do, the stupid things they say. That's my complaints. My complaints is totally against people who just don't get it. And unfortunately, I'm wasting my energy complaining about people. And sometimes I catch myself and say, Mark, these people are never going to change. You know that, right? So I just accept it for what it is. And that's where free will comes in, Ninja. See, free will comes in. You could have went, but you didn't. That's why I tell people all the time, if you want to, do it. If you don't, don't. It's all about free will. It's all about what you want to do. If you don't want to do it, then don't do it. Yeah, I know. But hey, it's like that. Oh well. You should have sold the tickets. At least you would have got something in return. But you balling like that. See, you balling. I think we've all done that at one point in time. Could have seen the sweat on their foreheads. Yeah. I've been to so many concerts and parties and shit my whole life. I don't want to go to any anymore. I'm really not in the mood for that, or I'm really not, really care about that shit. I started I started when I was very young, because my brother's like 9 years older than me. So wherever he went, I was there, you know. So when he went to these concerts, I was there with him. So I started at a very early age, going to concerts and going to shows, and I'm just like the type. I just want to like rest and stay away from people now. Back then, I didn't really find that people were a problem, but now they are. So that's why I don't go nowhere. I just go to work, stay home. If I see people, I say hi, hello, and goodbye. I went to the grocery store about a couple hours ago, and I saw one of my friends from school. He was there shopping. He was telling me about his daughter and his son, and how he works on their bikes and teaching them how to drive and ride and all sorts of stuff. And telling me how much he's working and so forth. And I was like, yeah, man, it's crazy life, whatever. We were talking about what we did back in the day. So it's pretty funny. We had a good chat. But life has changed. He said it too. He was like, when we were young and we were driving on the roads, there was hardly anybody on the roads. But now it's like too many people, too many bikes, too many cars, too many trucks, and too much traffic. So that's why there's so many accidents and so many like crazy things happening. And I was like, yeah, that's why I never went back on a motorcycle again. I stayed in a car. I haven't even. I rode my nephew's motorcycle the other day just to like ride it, and it was okay. But I just don't feel like doing it because people are crazy. JT, Justin Timberlake. Yeah, I'm not in the mood to go to. Yeah, I figured that's who you were talking about. JT to me is Jason Tatum. That's my Boston Celtics player. He's JT, not Justin Timberlake. Backstreet Boys. I was a DJ, but I played Justin Timberlake, but not too much. I played like his uh combination music with other artists. He had like features of other people. I can't remember the song I used to play all the time, where him and this other person was singing. I have played it all the time. Everybody always asks for it. I can't remember. It's too many moons ago. But yeah, I don't mind Justin Timberlake. I can listen to him. I can tolerate him. Oh, you saw Whitney Houston in '98? Oh shit, cool. That's cool. Yeah, in sync. I used to like them too. When I was young, see, we listened to a lot of reggae here. See, so you guys don't really know like reggae artists, but I'm sure you know Sean Paul. I've seen him a few times. I met him like briefly. Hey, Cammy. Yeah, I've seen a reggae artists too. Like, I've seen like a lot of reggae artists. I met them, talked to them. Like when I was very active as a DJ, I met a lot of people. I met a lot of artists and stuff. Some were assholes and some were just, cool. But I met Sean Paul very briefly. He was cool. I haven't been very like lucky to see certain people like celebrities and shit like that. I've met like basketball players and stuff like that. Yeah. I've seen a lot of people in concert, but it's all reggae artists. I'll name them and you'd be like, who the hell is that? So yeah, I've met a lot of sports people. I remember one time I was watching a Boston Celtics game and I was up in it's called the sports deck. It's like a bar area when I used to drink. I was in my 30s maybe, and it was right next to the commentary booth. So I met Magic Johnson. Like he was there, and like some fans were talking to him. So I went up to him and I shook his hand. I said, "Hey, nice to meet you, man. Even though you're on the opposite, you know, team, I don't really like you like that." But he just laughed and he was like, "Yeah, it's cool, bro. I know you're a Celtics fan. It's all good." I say, "Yeah, but I respect you. Like you're one of the best players in the world." So I shook his hand. He was a commentator at the time, obviously. Yeah, he's a really cool guy. He speaks to everybody. Like he's always smiling. He was really cool. And the other guy next to him was Rick Barry. He used to play basketball and he commentated with him at the same time. And I met some other guys here and there. I met like some hockey players during the game. I sat next to a guy that was playing for the Celtics. He was injured. I sat next to him in the front row one time. It was pretty cool. I just said hello to him. He was like, "Hey, what's up? Cool." I was like, "Yeah, bro, cool." All right, Virgo, take care, sweetheart. Nice talking to you. It's already 12:40 here. I'm gonna go get some sleep too. I'm over here ready to yawn. It's quiet tonight. I guess everybody must be partying. Yeah, I need to sleep. I'm starting to feel my blues now. It feels so nice in here. It's nice and the AC is hitting me pretty good. I need to go get some sleep. My dog's in the background snoring. It's crazy dog. You see her ass. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna get out of here and go get some sleep. All right, Ninja, take care. Virgo, Ninja, good night. See you guys tomorrow. I'll be on here tomorrow. All righty. Good night. Have a good weekend if I don't see you.